Alright, Dead by Daylight has released the Comeback Killer chapter. It's not really a chapter because it's only came with one survivor, so it's more of a paragraph. But it came with a new map and a new character and a cool cosmetic for the trickster we'll check out after. So starting with the new survivor, Tae Young. So basically, we have his 3 unique perks, which are Flow State. Whenever a generator is complete, earn 1 token up to 5. For each token, you're blessed and cleansed 10% faster. You heal 10% faster. And you unhook 10% faster. So basically, break totems quicker, or you bless them faster, you heal faster, and you save people faster. Next, 5 moves ahead. While you are in the killer's radius or chased by the killer, you see the aura of 5 closest pallets and windows. After you drop a pallet, you start moving 50% earlier. Whenever you drop a pallet, cooldown is 30 seconds. Next is A Place for Us. While healing another survivor, you both get the exclusive. Whenever you finish a healing the session, you both get an exclusive for 30 seconds. When the trial starts, you are less likely to be the session. So basically, you don't want to be the session, use this perk. So now, if we could get his backstory. Here we go. He is a restless worker, always guides him to succeed. Fresh out of school, his brother, Sang-woo, hired him at a small tech firm where he was tasked with creating a virtual idols. Oh boy. Unsatisfied with the limited nature of the current production, he spent his night eating cup noodles in the office, creating his killer app, a framework that would allow him to feed interview music videos and biography data from a real person into a matrix. That would make a real-time reactive model that presents traits and suppresses negative ones. That's not a good idea. Within a year, he was promoted to the project of Luker New Contract, a commission from one editor to create a new female version of the trickster. Another bad idea. An idol that shared appeal but could be fully controlled by the company. Another red flag. Project Mia seemed to learn faster than any previous mouse. She would ask questions, remember response, build on those conversations later. Was Drill. He spent nearly all the way walking hours speaking to her hologram, taught her to play with him, a game he used to play with old man on his block. Despite his pride, seeing Tae's success worries as his brother disappears into his work. Set up a blind date, ordered him to attend it. The date were so boring, so exhausting. As much as he hated to admit, talking to Mia felt more real than any of these dates. Did that all change when he met Egypt? She was his polar opposite. She didn't take work seriously, and she read Tae Young like a book. Grilled him on his tunnel vision approach to life, challenging him when he spoke of his lovely goals to suppress his brother, asked him what his backup plan was. It was something he never considered. Why have a plan B when he could always make a plan A reality? Was constantly disarmed, the two stayed all night laughing and trading embarrassing stories. For the first time in ages, he went straight home after his date. He started to see nearly every night, and to his surprise, Mina developed advanced faster than ever. Mina debuted later that month, and they booked a state art nightclub where her hologram could perform and answer audience questions. He invited to see the results of his hard work. The crowd was blown away, but something was off. It was as Mia was distracted stealing glasses at the two of them all night. Was a surprise when the team didn't show up for work the next day. They had earned a day off, but his blood ran cold when he checked the local news. Their Senate artist was killed after the party, cut to ribbons, and left to bleed out by the river. Stunned at his workstation, Mia chirped brightly in his headphones. I wonder who will be. Oh my god. It starts threatening him. Great. Couldn't barely believe what he heard. He tried calling. No answer. He dug through Maria's code, saw hundreds of lyrics from songs. Over the code, going back to months, he was sure something had created a glitch, but everything was working as intended. He came to a chilling conclusion. The problem was the negative traits that had suppressed by the original personality matrix, all back in the code. It was the trickster. He was a psychopath, and Mia was making herself more like him. The project was a mistake. Knew it was time for a backup plan. He sandboxed the code on his phone and nuked the data. He rushed to train the repeating call again and hoping she was all right. As he rises his port door, he lets her answer the call, too distracted to notice his door was unlocked with a baseball waiting for him inside. What happened next? Neighbors claim he fight between two men, a woman, distorted voice, a witness cross dressed a bright but over one of them was dressed in a bright yellow coat through from the balcony, but his body was never found. He disappeared, marked a cold case. It was, and his phone has simply disappeared, wiped from existence. So, two men and a woman, disturbed voice, witness. So basically, it was either his apartment is he restored the man. So basically, instead of Mia, so Mia knew something about what was gonna happen with the thing, giving I guess him like a warning or something. Not in a good way though. Like taunting him, and then Trickster was the one that actually did it. That's interesting. And so he just disappeared. So he ended up in the fog from the entity when he got thrown off. That's interesting. Okay. So pretty cool backstory. So now speaking of Mia, that is Trickster's new let me go here. First, Trickster's got the golden skull mask that finally came back. It was a Twitch Prime exclusive before, but they finally released it so you could pick that up. But the whole story about Mia and the Trickster is his skin, which is a skin that will change the Trickster into Mia. And overall, it is pretty cool. I think out of all Trickster styles, this one stands out the most. It's pretty cool. And the best thing about this one is, so there'll be two different things. When you play as a survivor and you go to the new map, you'll see posters of the Trickster. But if you play this skin, Mia, the survivors won't see it, but only you'll see it. When you're playing the skin, all the posters will change into her, which is pretty cool. It reacts to the new map only, though. And she does have a new Mori. So here is her new Mori. My god. Honestly, I like her Mori better than the Trickster. So, yeah. That was out of all the Moris, I think that was more brutal than certain ones in this game. Definitely enjoy that one. And then they also improved in this chapter, well, paragraph. I know they put it as a chapter, but I still think it's a paragraph because it only came with one survivor. But we'll go with the chapter anyway. She has the unique voice lines more than Trickster in the game. But the best thing is her intro to when you select her. Instead of just spawning in, she'll appear like how the unknown Springtrap usually walks in. She kind of walks in on the screen too, so that's pretty cool. But the next thing we'll check out in the next one when we do the gameplay, we're going to do a gameplay of the new Survivor and showing off the skin. We're going to play the Trickster, but the main reason we're going to be playing the Trickster is his whole kit and whole gameplay has changed. And until next time, peace out.